Guys, let me say this right off the bat. Arc 8, Chapter 68 of the ReZero web novel is a very great chapter, one of the best chapters of Arc 8 so far. A great chapter. Let's cut to the chase right now, and let me say this. Finally, Emilia grew up, and if you have not read the chapter, it's a great chapter. It starts out with Emilia meeting Sphinx and calls each other, "Hey, aren't you Igna?" And Sphinx was like, "Aren't you Satella, the Witch of Envy?" And let me tell you something right now. It is great to see character development for Emilia finally growing up. If you have not noticed in the last couple arcs in the anime of season 1 and season 2, you can see every time someone calls her Satella and criticize her appearance because she's half elf and thinks she's a witch of envy and stuff like that. And finally we get something that she don't really care what people think of her, and she sets the record straight like, I am Emilia. I am Emilia, and that's it. I am just Emilia. It's great to see that character development of growing up, because in the past she gets really sad or gets really, really embarrassed, and we have seen this before that Subaru embarrassed her and she was like, go home. And she broke down and stuff like that. But in the first episode, when she first met Subaru, she called herself Satella, and when Subaru got used to calling her that, she even got confused herself. So she put herself in that box of telling her, "Hey, I am Satella," when she actually lied about her name to him to defend herself, to make sure like, oh, okay, this guy's a creep. Talk about Subaru here, but she realized she got so used to people calling her the Witch of Envy and Satella, half elf, like nobody likes you, you're just a nobody, you're evil. And she got used to it herself, and she'd been calling herself that to either protect herself and stuff like that. But it's really great to see a character development for Emilia. Arc 6 and Arc 7, great character development for Subaru. Subaru has been getting a bunch of character development. In Rim, especially in Arc 7 for Rim has really grew up instead of being... And I love Rim. Rim is great. But she was a yes man for Subaru, really big simp for Subaru. When she lost her memories and became amnesia and became her own person besides loving Subaru, it was a better character for Rim. But now we're starting to get that with Emilia, and people are going to be like, well, she kind of grew up. Not really. I mean, she didn't really grow up like the capacity she just shown here. And I know what people say, and people are going to say in the comments of this latest chapter, like, oh, she has lost the caring for people. No, she has not lost the caring of people. She just lost the caring of what people thinks about her. That's not in her friend group and stuff like that. And it helped with being with other people that gives her support, like Biko and Ram, Roswell, especially with the Arc 7 crew, especially with the Valakia crew of Vincent, the Drakian tribe. All these guys are really great for character development and rubbed off on Emilia, gave her that supporting cast, and like, hey, these people don't care what they think of, what people think of them, and so why would I? Like, I am Emilia. She has found herself within this group and actually took a stand, taking the next step. But it was a small step, but it's going to be a bigger step leading up to the final arc and the ending of ReZero, and that will be huge for later. But people are not going to like that, and so it'll probably be or comments in that chapter, especially in Reddit, that she probably lost the caring of people. No, I think it is great to see her having a character development finally, when everybody else is starting to get character developments, and it's basically her time. And yes, it's been a long time that someone called her Satella, but it is great. And also, it's also her fighting style that's changed. Not only she stood up for herself, she actually was excited about the fight despite being the world set on fire. Emilia actually smiling, excited, thinking about a way to kick Sphinx's butt, and with a carefree expression, and even got Sphinx annoyed. And so she is completely changing, like, hey, I can enjoy this fighting these bad guys. I don't have to she like kind of have like a relief, carefree, like, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not thinking about hurting somebody. I need to get this job done. She is taking the steps of character development, and she really needed it, because she can't be just an innocent. I'm an innocent. I'm Emilia. I think kissing gets me pregnant. Yeah, that's all funny and stuff, but at a certain point, I think it's time to have her have character development, especially a big main character as she is. So it's great to see that. But also, let's not discredit the rest of the chapter. Let me tell you something. We all knew that Spink was behind the second disaster, the Valakian disaster here. And let me tell you something. She has caused havoc. And let me tell you something. She's even beaten Olbart. And Olbart trying to be OG, but he did disrupt her for a little bit, but he is dying. Olbart is dying. He got his arms cut off. He's bleeding. He's throwing up blood. And also Morgro. Morgro's also dying. And so two big, characters of Arc 7 and through Arc 8 are dying here. And so that's very interesting, especially Olbart. We didn't really expect Olbart to be dying. I'm surprised he lasted the way he is. It is great to see. It's just a great chapter overall. I'll tell you what, even Vincent is growing up because he got touched with, he felt some kind of love with Medium. Medium showing him love and stuff really turned Vincent. Vincent grew from Arc 7, guys. He has really became the guy. I mean, he has really changed as well. And he promised Mongro, like, hey, I promise Valakia will be a peace. There will be peace in Valakia. I promise after this. So he's making promises. So you see Vincent is a changing heart over the time. Vincent Yang's sword is incomplete since the election ceremony has never been completed. With Priscilla still alive and all that. So Vincent decided to sacrifice his own life to bring out the true flame of the Yang sword. So Vincent over there sacrificing himself, but Medium stopped him. She gave him a slap too. Vincent was so shocked that he forgot his own never blink both eyes at the same time rule. So with the touch of love, Vincent got thrown off his game. Baloroy appeared in this chapter and told Vincent, and Vincent said, "Isn't my sister a handful?" After some flashback dialogue in this chapter, it seems that Medium did have a crush on Vincent, and you can tell by touching Vincent's heart. Baloroy took magic core and flew up with the cloud with Caroline, and then the magic core exploded. And let me tell you something, before that happened, let me go back to Spink's plan to overload the magic core with her mana, causing the Crystal Palace and the whole capital to blow up. So I know it's all over the place, but that is crazy. There is a lot of character development in this chapter, not only from Emilia but Vincent with the change of heart. He even broke his don't blink eye rule at the same time. And we also learned that Medium has a crush on Vincent, and given like the loving nature of Medium that she has is touching Vincent's heart, making him throw off his game. How about Olbart being the OG over there? He's sacrificing himself. He's dying. Mongro is too. But Vincent also making promises. That is unbelievable. You don't see that from him. You would not see that from him in Arc 7, early on in Arc 7 when he first meets Subaru. You never thought about that. He just slowly was growing more into a team player into this point. So it's really great to see that too. But what really stuck out to me is Emilia character development and Vincent being a team player. Those two really grew a lot, especially Vincent, a new character in Arc 7, hit the ground running. Just amazing character to keep up with through the whole time, even when Arc 7 started to dip and become boring with the Olbart thing. And Todd Fang was the OG in the MVP in Arc 7 with Vincent. And man, it's just great to see Vincent continue the ride high with that. Olbart starting to get better in Arc 8. But it's really great to see Emilia really showed that character development. But in other news, guys, I'm thinking about switching it up a little bit since I'm back doing continuously more content. I thought about doing more Dragon Ball, more anime, manga reviews, or something topics like explained. But majority of it will still be ReZero. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do with that. I will do more ReZero chapters. It won't be like a daily web novel thing. It's just one of these chapters that sticks out, and I will have my commentary on this chapter about this. So tell me what you think in the comments down below about this chapter, and I'll see you in the next video.